Hey everybody, G4 Video 5 here, and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto Vice City, the Definitive Edition. In this part, we will be completing the mission All Hands on Deck by Colonel Cortez.
Circumstances force a hasty departure, amigo.
What's the problem?
The French want their missile technology back, and after that last incident, I feel it is time to find safer harbors.
Wouldn't it be safer to fly?
I'd be dead before I reach check-in. Besides, I need to get my merchandise out of the country.
Need another gun?
You, my friend, are worth 10 guns.
You know, you can't help but wonder, what does Colonel Cortez want with missile technology and military hardware that we stole for him during the mission, Sir, Yes Sir? I mean, honestly, in the Grand Theft Auto universe, who wouldn't want a tank to just drive around in, you know? But not to harp on that too much. It's just that there's this mysteriousness surrounding Colonel Cortez that you never really get to find out the fine details of. You know, this is the last time that we get to see him in this game, and it's a bit unfortunate there, but he's a great character nonetheless, and is almost like kind of a parental figure to Tommy in a way. They have that type of dynamic that's really respectable. It doesn't seem like Tommy would get that close to too many people. And speaking of not getting close to people, a fast way of taking care of that group of enemies swarming the pier back there is to destroy their boats. Because with their boats destroyed, they don't know what the hell to do with themselves, so they just stand around, not so menacingly though, as they end up despawning as the boat that we're currently on is, you know, drifting away from them. So it really trivializes that sequence of the mission, but up here is where things can get a bit dicey because we have these various enemies on their various boats, and so we're doing our best here to free aim and take care of them with the M4, but we do have to be a bit careful because they can start swarming the boat that we're currently on, which is their main objective, honestly, to kind of gang up on us that way. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we do have some enemies that end up doing that. And thankfully, on the boat, where we're currently at, we do have a health pickup and an M4, just in case we need some more health and ammo. But you can see these arrows moving around. Yes, that means that these enemies have swarmed the boat and are storming up, trying to get the sneak attack on us, but weren't so successful. And then, you know, notice how that arrow was inside of that boat that we just exploded. I don't know why that happens, but sometimes enemies will be stuck inside of boats, and you just have to end up destroying the boat since you can't actually take out the enemy. They're kind of protected by the shell of the boat, and so it's very awkward and strange, but funny stuff nonetheless, I think. And speaking of funny stuff, you see that enemy's getting pooped out of helicopters, and that guy's stuck up there. He's like squished like a bug, slapped by a fly swatter. Absolutely insane stuff what we have going on here. And we also have a katana, which is kind of cool. You just randomly get given a katana during this mission. I don't know why, and it doesn't really prove to be too useful, but I guess it could be handy if you don't have a whole lot of ammo for your weapons. But as you can see, we have a couple helicopters chasing after us, and something I like doing, and whoa, you see that right there? Man, that was probably the fastest one yet. That guy just got flung out of that helicopter. It was like it was enchilada night. Oh man. But I like trying to use my free aim weapons to shoot the guys out of the helicopter instead of just dedicating all my ammo to blowing up the helicopters, just to preserve ammo and also to make it a bit easier to get rid of those enemies, because if you shoot the pilot out, then the helicopter will just kind of plop down into the water and end up killing everybody else who's on board.
Tomas, you have protected and served me well. But now you must leave us before we reach the open seas. I will lower my personal launch. Keep it, my friend, a token of my gratitude.
Thank you, Colonel.
One more request. While I'm away, could you keep an eye on Mercedes for me?
I think she could look after herself, but sure, I'll keep an eye out.
Gracias, amigo. Hasta luego.
Adios, amigo.
So again, there's like this mutual respect between Tommy and Colonel Cortez that you don't really see too often in this game between Tommy and anybody else. There's just a handful of characters that have that type of dynamic and relationship with Tommy, so it makes it extra special and brings a tear to my eye seeing the end of it. Not really though, but you know, you get the idea. It's just a cool moment. But anyway, phone call.
Alright, Tommy, it's Paul. I've just heard from a mush that you've been a real naughty boy. Somebody's taken offence to you acting like the big guy all of a sudden. Giving it a big shot thing. Well, don't say I never warned you or nothing. Boasting is a mug's game, son. Anyway, I heard there's some prices put on your head and someone's gonna have a crack at you, so watch yourself. And remember me, mate.
You know, I've noticed something as more of these phone calls have popped up after these missions where, Tommy's speaking less and less during them. So I don't know if that has something to do with Ray Liotta, who quit smoking thanks to Chantix, and some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that happened during the time of making this game. But it's a little strange. Yeah, exactly. See, Tommy's scratching his head. So am I, TBH. Yeah, but anyway, that completes this part. In the next part, we will be doing the first mission for ourselves at the mansion, which is called Shakedown. So until then, I will see you next time.